Whatever you do, do not freak out. This is just a regular season loss in the worst season that came from the absolute depths of Hades. There's no need to freak out about this because, let's face it, the odds were sparse to begin with. But you know what? You're going to get through this. You're going to get through. They're going to get healthier over this season. And next season, they're just going to come back strong. They're just going to come back. And they're going to wow everyone like the 1994 Rangers did. This team, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that you can't score an empty netter and that this all just doesn't matter at all. Yay! Screw this season!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go! Yeah!
Bro! He did it! Oh, we're on a freaking power play! Why are we not shooting?
Yes! We're going! I can't even grammar properly right now. How frustrated I am. I'm post San Jose right now and I've been shaking. My heart rate has not been below 100 for the past half hour, and this is just totally healthy, normal things that are going on right now with my body. Where were we? Yeah, okay. Let's get this one because it was an away game. I am totally fine. Everything's normal. This is great. The Vegas Golden Knights go into Calgary, you know, they need to win most of these games, and I'm like, they need to win at least 2 of the 3 against Washington, Calgary, and St. Louis, because those are the playoff teams, and the other fringe teams, you know, we should be beating, but, or not even in the playoffs. And so we go into Calgary on the road, and we demolish the Pacific Division champion Calgary Flames 6-1. Wow, what an incredible game. What a fantastic statement that this team wants it. This team wants to go far into the playoffs because they're the Vegas Golden Knights. That's all they do is go far in the playoffs other than 2019. But we had 6 different goal scorers, and Logan Thompson is looking fantastic. He looks like a hybrid of Robin Lehner and Marc-Andre Fleury. He's just so good, unbelievably good. Reminds me of Jordan Binnington from his rookie season with the Blues that won them the cup. And one of my best friends, Spencer, was with his family came over. We watched the game together for the most part, and yeah, and then the second period happened and Vegas scored 4 to make it 5-1, and he was like, But I gave him my Flames jersey, and ever since then he brought it to his house, and it's been nothing but good luck for him. So that's, you know, great. I actually am happy for him. Wow, that. And then we have a multiple day break, you know, to play against Edmonton. And that would be great normally, because, you know, we should win this game if we want to catch them, if we want to catch Los Angeles, if we want to try for a wild card spot. We should be able to win this game, or at least put up a fight. But instead of putting up a fight, the Vegas Golden Knights lay a goose egg, losing this game 0-4 because Mike Smith is apparently the best goalie in the league. Him, Craig Anderson, who else has shut us out this season? I wanna see this. Where is Vegas's offense? Ilya Sorokin from the Islanders was the first shutout in game 5. Toronto. I think that was Jack Campbell when he had his amazing November where he was definitely qualifying for the best match. Weird to think about now looking back, but yeah, Jack Campbell, and I love that guy. He's one of the nicest guys in the league. It's great. Another 6-goal game from Calgary, and you know, that was great. Mark Strom with another shutout. He's good. Colorado, you know, with their amazing goalie who was Darcy Kemper. Minnesota's Cam Talbot, followed by Winnipeg's Connor Hellebuck, and then Mike Smith. Okay, looking through that actually made me feel better, so that's good, and that calmed my heart rate down a little bit. This team is one of the most backwards teams I have ever watched, because one game they look like they should be competing with the best of the best, and then the next game they completely are just a 100% different team. The effort was completely different. They didn't show up offensively, couldn't get anything going. They didn't want to play, and then Evander Kane didn't score in this. I feel like I distinctly remember him scoring on this. More embarrassing than losing in a shutout against Mike Smith would probably be this next game. Oh, 100% against this next game, because the Hamburglar, you know, the Andrew Hammond, who had not played in the league in 4-ish years, comes back and plays for New Jersey now. Yeah, let's change jerseys. Get a new jersey on. Do you get it? Woo! We lose the New Jersey freaking Devils 3-2. Not in overtime, not in the shootout, in regulation. The Devils didn't have Jack Hughes. I really don't. This is the, It was 3-1, and then with a minute, 20 seconds left, goalie pulled. Vegas scores another to make it 3-2. And that just, made it worse. And then in San Jose, wait, are we there yet? Oh, this is still on. That shouldn't have been for the last 2 games because, no, we're not there yet because we played against Washington, the Capitals, and I have a jersey for that. 2 away jerseys, I don't really care at this point. The Vegas Golden Knights win 4-3 against the Washington Capitals, and they did it rocking the new home jerseys as of next year. If you missed that, yeah, Vegas is going to be doing gold as their home. They're circulating out the grays. That's, a choice. But the reason they told this was because they announced on all the home jerseys on the gold that they were going to add the jersey ad for Circa Sports, which honestly is not that bad. The gray blends in pretty well, but whatever. Alex Ovechkin becomes the all-time leading player to score 50 goal seasons, and that's a fantastic achievement. I was really, not as happy as I probably would be on any other night. He scored 2 in this game, and that was good. That was great. Chandler Stevenson and Evgeny Dodonov continue to be our best offensive weapons, which is exactly what you want to hear with a team that has Mark Stone and Jack Eichel and Max Pacioretty. Robin Lehner was pulled after the first period in this game. How many goals do you think he let in the first period? Options include A, 1, B, 2, C, 3. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Copyrighted music here. It was option A. He only gave up 1 goal on 13 shots. He looked actually pretty good, and he was pulled after the first period. And Peter DeBoer had been throwing him under the bus the last couple of games, and I think he's actually injured and is going to have season surgery. But who knows, because ESPN's reporting stuff that the Vegas front office is vehemently denying, and that doesn't make any sense because we have no idea what's going on with this franchise, and if they're really forcing Robin Lehner to sit on the bench to watch instead of getting surgery and trying to, work back up as soon as possible so that next season's good to go. Really don't care about our players, do we? Starting to hate our team a little bit more and more every single day. Dodonov easily has been our most valuable player since the trade deadline. What a twist! I don't understand. We keep missing the net wide on really good opportunities. Like, that's when you miss, and then the other not so good opportunities, it goes straight here. The crest is not where you should be aiming, guys. It is so ridiculous how many times they shoot the puck and it goes directly into the goalie's chest. Doesn't make any sense. But in overtime, Shea Theodore did not do that. He scores to win the game. Yay, we won. We won against the Flames and the Caps, who are both very locked in playoff teams. And so, that's great. And then we lose against Edmonton and New Jersey. Speaking of New Jersey, yay for Washington losing, and you light this up and then boo, because we couldn't make it 12 in a row. I had a tweet ready to go. That was it's my fault, guys. I'm so sorry that Vegas lost against San Jose Sharks in the shootout. Pete DeBoer against his former team on the day after the anniversary of the Game 7 where he, in the overtime wins. And, I said it after New Jersey where it was like, yeah, this team does not deserve to make the playoffs. This team should not make the playoffs. This team. Yet I still had hope. Maybe that's my problem, And the reffing in this game was not great. There were the missed calls from the refs in the last couple of minutes when the San Jose Sharks tied it, but you can't allow 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. You can't miss an empty net. Looking at you, big guy. Chandler Stevenson is a 20-goal scorer, so that's great. Thank you again so much, Caps, for that, and you can gladly take a 5th-round pick for that. And our power play sucks. It is literally destroying our game. You have to score on that 4-on-3 in the last minute and a half left of overtime, and they don't. Scored on a power play goal. That was the Stevenson goal. It was a power play goal, and that was fantastic. And the first few seconds of that power play, that first power play, that's great. That's a statement that you want to win, because we were down 1-0 at that point. And then we scored 3 straight, and then San Jose gets one at the end of the second, and so it's a 3-2 game, and then Vegas gets one back. Well, Wow, 4-2. And then there's 3 minutes left. We're still not eliminated yet. Technically, we could beat Dallas, and then Dallas implodes and loses. Heck, we could still even beat Los Angeles, but we're 6 points behind them. They have 2 games left. We have 3. So in order for us to beat Los Angeles, they have to lose both their next games, and we have to win all 3 of ours. And the 3 are against Dallas, Chicago, and St. Louis. And St. Louis could be resting their players because it's, you know, the last game before the playoffs, and what do they have to play for? Their matchup is set against the Minnesota Wild. And, ooh, they're tied in points right now. Maybe they will play because they would prefer home ice advantage. Los Angeles play the Kraken and the Canucks in back-to-back games, and if they win against the Kraken, they're in. They get a point against either of those 2 teams, they're in. And if Dallas, who plays us on Tuesday, that's both of our next games, and then they play against the Arizona Coyotes the next night. They play... We're not getting in, guys. Dallas plays against Anaheim and Arizona and us, and if we win against them on Tuesday, then we will be behind them by a point still, and then it'll be up to us, and that's if it ends in regulation, which, let's be honest, at this point, not very likely. Them dropping 1 other point against either Arizona or Anaheim is going to be a complete miracle on its own. And why would any team want to help us out? Obviously, they've all been colluding against us up to this point to keep us out of the playoffs because of the things that have happened so far. Globe or ornament? Don't let the snowflakes confuse you, because it's definitely a globe, because Vegas Golden Knights are in the center of it. Whoops, nope, the center of it, see? Haha. I'm just grateful I'm gonna have school for the next month and a half to distract me from Vegas missing the playoffs for the first time. And honestly, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do think that there's a possibility that this could be like the New York Rangers season in '94, where they missed the playoffs the year before. It was in large part due to injuries and their goalie and what... I watched this video from Odd Man Rush where they talked about the playoff from missing the teams in the last couple of decades that missed the playoffs and went the next season to win the Stanley Cup. And there were only 3. It was the Pittsburgh Penguins in '91, and they had Lemieux and Yager, so not them. The New York Rangers in '94, and then the Hurricanes in 2006, but that season was the weird one because it's the year after the lockout where they missed the playoffs in 2004, but then everyone didn't have, so just like threw it all into a giant, you know, rumble. So Bill Foley's goal was a Stanley Cup in 6 years, and next year's the last year to do that. And it's not happening this year, guys, sorry. I've been saying this since the game 42 through 51 episode, because even then we did not look well, and yeah, we kept getting injured, and this season just has been plagued with injuries. We would be the only team in NHL history to make the playoffs with over 500 man games lost due to injury, if we were to make it this season. And obviously, that should tell you we should not be even this close to making the playoffs, especially because most of the time our injuries have been our star players. It's been Stone and Pacioretty out for most of the season. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. As much as I am disappointed, I'm not mad. Like, Vegas's front office needs to do something about that power play because it's been gosh darn awful for the last 4 years. They cannot get that together, and I don't know why Steve Spott still is manning that thing. And if it's Pete DeBoer putting him in charge of that, then he's got to go. And I know that Pete DeBoer has been fantastic in teaching us to win and all this stuff, but I mean, if you think about it, we have a goalie controversy today with Fleury not on the team, in due part because of him. I'm done. Yep, I'm ranting so much from this, I don't even know what I'm saying. I am really out of it. This is an awful, awful day. And not just because we're most likely eliminated from the playoffs, but because it came at the hands of the San Jose Sharks. Are you kidding me? They don't have Evander Kane anymore, so I hate them less automatically because of that. But still, oh my goodness. Could not win 12 straight against them. Stanley Cup chance 2023, let's go! Anyways, it's gonna be it for today's nightly review. Thank you so much for watching, bearing with this while I'm shaking throughout most of this, and have a good night.